Hello, my name is Erin Bonda. I'm 38 years old and I'm married and a mom of three. Um, my girls are 7, 10, and 13, almost 13. She's in junior high. And I have kind of fallen into the rut, I think, of a lot of people my age do, where you get stuck in kind of, you're out of the baby stage and into the running 500 miles an hour trying to keep up with your kids. And then you just kind of come in last place after a while. I've noticed that with my own personal struggle. I've been yo-yoing with my weight since since I had my youngest. Had a hard time losing the weight at first, lost the weight, and just basically yo-yoed. And every time I yo-yoed, I would get lower, higher, and then kind of reach a new high plateau every time I went through and lost the weight. And it's that struggle, that kind of backwards stair step that you don't want to be taking, that I noticed. I just didn't know what to do anymore. I thought it was my age, my hormones. I thought I couldn't lose weight anymore. I didn't know what else to do because the stuff that I had done in my 20s, and kind of eating whatever I felt like or eating with my kids just wasn't working anymore. And I needed something. I didn't know what to do. I tried a bunch of different programs, probably 5 or 6 in the about year leading up to meeting with Chris. And I'm not big on social media, but my husband was on there and noticed a friend of ours who looked amazing, and she had lost like 40 pounds in about 4 months and was smaller than I'd ever seen her before, and we used to work out all the time together. And so I called her. He told me about it. I called her up immediately, and after catching up and seeing how she was doing, I wanted to know what she was doing and who she was talking to and how could I get in touch with this person, because I was so tired of it. I knew that my nutrition was not on point, but I didn't know how big of a part it played and how little of a part everything else, every other kind of excuse that I made, really didn't matter. It really came down to nutrition and healthy choices and just being active for the fun of being active. And that was a totally different viewpoint than I had traditionally taken. So I called him actually. I think we talked on my birthday, my 38th birthday, which was back in February. We talked, had a great conversation, and just talked about goals and put my mind at ease that yes, this program will work for anyone. Just follow the program. And that's what I needed, was a program that was kind of tailor-made for me, and was simple. As you can see from my background, I'm a teacher. I work full time. I've got 3 kids, a husband, a house, and everybody else has their own things in their own life that keep them hopping and busy and keep them from kind of putting their health and nutrition on the forefront. And those were mine. So I need things that are simple. I need things that I can incorporate into my routine fairly simply, not easily. There are choices that you have to make, but the program is simple, and I just needed something that was simple. I didn't need 4 million recipes to make 8,000 things a day. I needed something where I could kind of choose from foods that I already enjoyed and were able to find rather easily, and kind of fit into my lifestyle, simply, but following the nutrition plan without bringing my own baggage or my own wants or needs into that. But something that I was able to kind of pick from and say, okay, I can do this. I had done other programs before where they give you a grocery list about 400 items, half of which I hadn't heard of, others I never ate. I didn't have the time for that. So with the way this program works, it's so simple. Like, I was able to look at it and follow it and say, okay, I can do this. I can get this. I can make this. I was able to make choices based on my personal preferences, stay within the parameters, and I didn't have to think about it anymore. Now I'm just past 8 weeks. I'm down almost 25 pounds, 24.3 this morning. Follow the program to a T. that's the biggest piece that I have learned, again, in yo-yoing for years and years and years, and struggling with that yo-yo because I've been an athlete my whole life. It was hard. But now I've got a few friends that are doing it with me. The community is amazing. Like he talks about, he's got all of the points. Every program has pieces that will help you, but this one has all of the pieces together and in a way that's simple and custom made to you. He really is available all the time. Chris will be there to answer your questions. I'll shoot simple questions, little things like that, things that cross my mind, things that I have thought were long-standing truths and were not, and so those are good to clarify. And then being on the group chat, getting that encouragement from other people and knowing that you're all on board, you're all doing the same, you're all following the same path, just at different points along the way, and being able to see that is motivating and helpful. There's huge accountability, which I needed because I didn't have that before, and with the accountability, it kind of helps to keep you on the straight and narrow, especially in the beginning, but it still keeps me on the straight and narrow as I want to make different choices. Sometimes I'm like, nope, and I just go, and it's just habit. But that accountability is huge. No one else has the high stakes accountability that I absolutely love, that really helps dial into the program and helps to give you a visual of the choices that you're making and the foods that you're putting in. I feel amazing. My gut health, I wondered, I'm like, what does it mean by gut health and your gut's gonna feel great? I'm like, what it means is you don't get stomach aches anymore. You don't feel bloated or crampy or gassy or gross, which I didn't realize was pretty much a norm. I didn't eat awful most of the time, but I don't get stomach aches anymore unless I am reintroducing something that my belly just does not like. I don't get them, and it's weird to have that feeling. Like I can eat and I can go on a walk right after. I can go work out 30 minutes later, or before I'm like, oh, I've got to wait a long time to digest and to get this meal packed and like processing through my body. It's just fuel for the next thing, and it's absolutely fantastic to feel this good. In the beginning, it was definitely a lot harder, and I was looking forward to those refeed days and like planning my whole life around, okay, what am I going to have for my 2 refeed meals? He'll explain what that is. They're pretty awesome. And then now that I'm into phase 3, started my 3rd week of phase 3. I feel so good. I'm seeing so much progress, and through the different revive sessions and work with him and positive reinforcement and kind of almost like unofficial food therapy is what I've noticed, and what I've experienced has really helped me kind of separate that emotional attachment that I didn't really even realize I had with food, to the point where now I just see it as fuel and nutrition, and I just grab my foods and I prep it, and I know it's healthy, and I'm not, oh, I want something else, I want something that tastes better, what am I going to get today? It just makes it's now I'm noticing that I don't have that emotional attachment to food. I just want to put food in me that's going to make me feel good and give me energy for life, for what I'm actually here to do, like have fun with my kids and teach, and whatever it is that's your goal and what you're here, what your calling is. It gives you that fuel, because that's the real purpose here, to give you energy for the things that you want to do. Now I still am able to hang out and chat. I don't feel left out when I'm with friends. I either have my own food or I know what I can eat, and it's a non-issue. I get to still have those interactions and be with friends and fuel my body and feel really good. So I am so excited to be on this journey, 2 months in, probably just over halfway now at pushing just past 25 pounds, and ready for a lifetime of a healthy body, nutritious eating, teaching my family how to eat well, and having the restored energy that I need to enjoy life. So again, I have learned so much, and I still have lots to learn. And if you have any questions, Chris is there to help you out, and we're all here as a big support.